After Saudi journalist Jamal Khashoggi there, and Mike Pompeo said there are lots of stories and we're looking into it. There are many facts to be unfolded there, and based on the facts that is presented to us from Turkey, as the Turkish investigators we know have finished conducting a detailed search of the Saudi consul general's house today in Istanbul, which is a part of their investigation into the disappearance of the Saudi journalist Jamal Khashoggi, and he's been missing for the past 2 weeks since he entered 2 weeks ago the Saudi consulate. And now we've just heard from the US Secretary of State there talking, and he said there are lots of stories, facts to be unfolded, and these are based on the facts presented to them, which they're taking into consideration right now. And the latest on the disappearance of the Saudi journalist Jamal Khashoggi is, well, Turkish authorities expanded their search now to Saudi consulate, visiting the building for a second time this week. And also on Tuesday, the consul general left Turkey for Saudi Arabia with his family, which Riyadh denies any role in the disappearance of Khashoggi. And it was supposed to be a joint investigation, Saudi Arabia and Turkey working on it together, but the Saudis didn't let Turkey in for a while into the Saudi consulate, and the Turkish investigators have just finished conducting their investigations on it. And as we said, he's been missing for 2 weeks since he entered the Saudi consulate to get his divorce papers from there. His fiancée Hatice Cengiz was waiting outside the door and he didn't come out. So since then he has disappeared. The Saudi journalist Jamal Khashoggi, he was writing for the Washington Post at the time, and he was living in between the US and Turkey as well. He just came into the Saudi consulate to give his divorce papers there, and since then he has disappeared for the past 2 weeks. And we've just heard from the US Secretary of State there in the White House talking about the disappearance and still considering the facts that are coming into them, that are unfolding. And many have been boycotting investment conference the kingdom will host later this month. And let's listen again to what US Secretary of State Mike Pompeo has just said.
A complete, thorough investigation of all of the facts surrounding Mr. Khashoggi, and that they will do so in a timely fashion. And that this report itself will be transparent for everyone to see, to ask questions about, and to inquire with respect to thoroughness. And I told President Trump this morning that we ought to give them a few more days to complete that, so that we too have a complete understanding of the facts surrounding that, at which point we can make decisions about how or if the United States should respond to the incident surrounding Mr. Khashoggi. I think it's important for us all to remember too, we have a long, since 1932, a long strategic relationship with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. They continue to be an important counterterrorism partner. They have custody of the two holy sites. They are an important strategic alliance of the United States, and we need to be mindful of that as well. When I traveled and met with President Erdogan, he talked to me about the incident. He told me that they were conducting their own investigation. We had a chance to meet with some of the team involved with that. He assured me that they would share their results with the Saudis as well. So we do believe that between these two efforts, a complete picture will emerge for what actually transpired here. And we're working towards that. We're looking forward to that wrapping up quickly, and we expect that it will be done in that way.
Mr. Secretary, why should Saudi Arabia be trusted to conduct a fair and impartial investigation when they're accused of the disappearance and apparent murder of Jamal Khashoggi?
So we're all going to get to see the work product. We're all going to get to see the response that the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia takes with this. When we see that, we'll get a chance to determine, all of us will get a chance to make a determination with respect to the credibility and the work that went into that. Whether it's truly accurate, fair, transparent in the very way that they made a personal commitment to me, and the Crown Prince also made a personal commitment to the President when he spoke to him. I believe it was night before last.
Do you believe that there are a lot of stories out there right now about what happened?
Yeah, there are lots of. There are lots of stories out there about what had happened. We just are going to allow the process to move forward, allow the facts to unfold, and as they unfold, as we make a determination for ourselves about what happened there, based on the facts that are presented to us, the United States will determine what the appropriate response might be. Thank you all for your time today.